Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah and this is my August Pokemon TBR. So we're just gonna get right to it. If this is your first Pokemon TBR video, please check out my July TBR where there's some explanation on all of that. So here we are. I hope you enjoyed, and please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below if you haven't already. So we're back with the board, and last month I did not successfully catch this Ponyta, so it got away. So I'm putting it back in my deck. And this is where I left off last month. And these are my captured Pokemon. My starter Pokemon was Squirtle, I caught an Ekans last month, and I caught an Eevee last month. So those are my successfully caught Pokemon. I left off last month with 2 Pokeballs. So there we are. And then I switched, and I am going to, every time I pass the Pokeball square, I'm going to get a Pokeball. So I can, not run out of Pokeballs when I'm playing this game. So first roll is a 4. And which way? I'm gonna go right. So here we are. And time to random number generate, and 76. I feel like I'm getting a lot of 70s lately. And I'm going to round down to a Geodude and continue a YA series is what I'm going to have to read there. So for our first pick today, we had Geodude, which is continue a YA. And so for this one, to successfully catch Geodude, I need to read a YA that I'm continuing a series. So for that one, I am going to hopefully finally be finishing A Reaper at the Gates by Sarah-ndipity, and I have been buddy reading this kind of sort of with Noria from the Chronicles of Noria, and I am currently on page 67, nearly 67. So I still have a lot to go, but I adore this series so far, and I'm so excited to finally finish it at some point this year. That is my goal, to finish this book sometime this year. So if you don't know, this book follows Laya from Ember in the Ashes, which is book 1. Book 2 is Torch Against the Night, and I am now on book 3, which is A Reaper at the Gates, and it is gorgeous. It is so well written. The characters are so intricate and deep, and I really, really, really adore it. So here we are. Time for roll 2 and 5. There I am. Random number 96. I don't have to round up or down, but read a book that I can only read during the day for Drowsy. Next, we have Drowsy, which is a book that you only read in the day. So I can only read this next book during the day. And for that one, I'm going really easy, and I'm going with a manga that I rented from the library. And this is going to be Noragami by Adachi Toka, and this is volume 3. And if you don't know, it follows a stray god, and he's such a lovable character. But I love the anime. The anime got 1 or 2 seasons, and then the company just stopped making it, and I need to know what happens next. So I finally started the manga. I am now on 3, and I'm really excited. So it follows Yato, which is, he's a god, and now he's like down on earth, and he is a poor god. People don't really remember him, so on and so forth. And so he's doing what he needs to get by. But it is really funny, but also really deep at the same time. Highly recommend. And roll number 3 is another 5. I'm going to pass a Pokeball right here, so I'm going to take an extra Pokeball there. Add that to my stash. And then random number generate 74. Like I said, a lot of 70s. I don't know what's up with that. So for this one, I'm going to have to round down again. And it is A Tentacool, read the lowest rated Kindle book. And then next we have Tentacool, which is read the lowest rated book on your Kindle TBR. Great. Always my least favorite. So couldn't get either Storygraph nor Goodreads to filter how I need it. So I need to like go and like, it was a headache. So it may or may not be my very, very lowest on my TBR, but it is pretty low compared to a lot of other ones. So for that one, I am going to be reading Fledgling by Natasha Brown, and this is the Shapeshifter Chronicles, I suppose. And so I'm going to be reading this. It's like a 3.6 average, which isn't so bad, especially for Goodreads, but it's not awesome either. I know that there's like instant love. The main character, I don't even know her name. She has some sort of like heart defect and she transfers to a small town school in Nevada. I could be lying. But, and I think it's supposed to have Native American or Navajo mythology of some sort, but I don't know if it's going to be a book for me, but it is on my Kindle TBR and I do need to read it and I do have it and like all of that. So I did see it was compared to Twilight a lot, which I don't hate Twilight, but I also don't like Twilight. So we'll see how. I'm usually pretty easy to make happy. I'm not like super, super critical, but here we are. Just to go back to my board real quick, I forgot to take out my Pokeballs from my bag when I was trying to catch the Pokemon. So 3 Pokeballs are now out of my bag, and good luck to me this month. And then I want to level up my Squirtle. Last month I did not. This was my starter Pokemon, so I need to read a standalone. And for Squirtle to level my Squirtle up, I need to read The Broken Girls by Simone St. James. And this one follows some sort of murder that happened in the past and now we're in the present. So yeah, there was like 1950 Vermont. I think it's a girls' school, maybe, and then Vermont 2014, and a journalist can't stop revisiting the events surrounding her elder sister's death. So it sounds interesting, but this is it the June and July or the July and August pick for Princess from Castle Libraries? I might be a whole month behind. We have 2 months to read these, and I'm just never ending behind. So her book club was supposed to read this or is reading this. I don't even know which one. The Broken Girls. So need to level up my Squirtle. Here we are. And then I successfully caught an Eevee last month. And so for Eevee, I am going to be reading a graphic novel. This is pretty hyped in the anime manga community right now because it was not so long ago announced that they were making this into a anime. So this is a graphic novel. There's the name on here. Covered up by a sticker, but yeah, so here we are. It's whatever is the beginning of that. Where would I find that? The studio is Dubu, and the original story is Chunggong. It's definitely not a manga, it's definitely a graphic novel, and I don't read very many like graphic novels, so I'm going to be reading this. I honestly have no idea what it's about, but the art looks absolutely gorgeous, and they're making it into an anime, so hyped. And I want to level up my Eevee. Oh my gosh. It's totally just one card in here. Totally. Okay. So here we are. For the Ekans that I caught last month, it's to read a thin book, and I don't have one in mind yet, so I might just leave it set aside. But yeah. So I might just do nothing with my Ekans this month. And then I have a couple other books that I need to read this month for certain reasons. The first is my yearly reread of Trial by Fire by Josephine Angelini. I will be putting out a very short announcement video of the new read-along with the Star Squad. Josephine Angelini's like squad of fans basically, and there is a Discord and everything for Josie fans and Star-Crossed and all of that, and we are reading her backlog books. So everyone knows how much I adore, love, and obsessed with Trial by Fire, and so I am very, very excited to be rereading this. I think I might even annotate it this time
This is like my 6th time reading this book. It's my all-time favorite book. Ever. Not just by Josie, but ever. So I might even be annotating it this time. I do have a hard copy, and I think I have the German copy. I don't know if it's the German or whatever, but it's in English, but it's a totally different cover. It's gorgeous, but this one's just floppy and it's falling apart because I've read it so many times, and yeah. But if you're not aware, this follows Lily, and she has like these really horrible allergies. They're like life-threatening. Like she's allergic to like literally everything. She's not expected to live very long, and then she's transported into another like world. And things happen. Things happen. I feel like it's so refreshing and good to go into this relatively blind, and so you can just be surprised. So yeah. We will be reading all 3 of these books throughout this month and kind of sort of the next month. And then we will be doing an Instagram live of Trial by Fire inspired crafts and stuff like that, which will be very fun. But I will link some little stuff down below if you're interested. But I will be reading Trial by Fire again. And then I have some manga that I need to read. I have volumes 1, 2, and 3 of Cheeky Brat by Mitsubachi Miyuki, and I think this follows a girl who is she joins the basketball team. She becomes the basketball team manager for one reason. She has a crush on the captain. Soon after joining, it's announced that he has a new girlfriend, and this guy won't leave her alone now, and I'm assuming they get together at some point. It's supposed to be some sort of romantic comedy, and I'm really excited. So I have volumes 1, 2, and 3 from the library, and yeah, I need to read them. Manga are thin and easy to read. I might use one of them to level up my Ekans, but otherwise, here we are. So for the month of August, these are the books I need to read. So I have 4 manga, 1 graphic novel, and 4 full novels. So it's kind of a busy month for me if I can get back to reading at some point in my life. I've been in huge reading slumps, and we're just gonna kind of go from wherever. But I have a couple videos planned. They should be coming out relatively soon. Some announcements, which will be some shorter videos, but then also some full-length videos as well. So like I said, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys all next time. I love. Bye.